Welcome to omegabone.com. In this video, I'll be discussing things to look for in a good voice coach or a vocal teacher. Thank you for joining me. Some things to look for in a voice teacher are he or she needs to have a good ear, to hear when you're out of tune or not. Though you should be able to hear that yourself, but your teacher needs to have that as well. You need someone that understands the anatomy, the human anatomy, and what processes produce good sound and a good tone. Your voice teacher needs to have a good personality. It needs to be someone that you can get along with, someone that is honest, that will tell you the truth, that if you don't sound good, if you're not up to muster, but also can tell you when you're really great, because sometimes you might second guess yourself, and you just need someone that's honest. That you need someone that isn't going to talk your entire lesson about dumb stuff. Oh, Brad Pitt did that. This other student did that. Your teacher needs to instruct and needs to give you space to sing and get feedback and not waste your time or your money. Now, it used to be the case that your teacher needs to accompany you, but with technology being where it is, you can have play-along tracks, you can have all sorts of things that can accompany you. I have programs on my computer where I can type the music in and it'll play it back. I can, make it faster, make it slower, make some parts faster, make some parts slower. So your teacher doesn't necessarily have to accompany you, but the teacher needs to have some way of accompanying you if he or she physically doesn't do it, him or herself, or can hire an accompanist. Another option is to go to a voice class where you have group instruction. And the great thing about that is you have a built-in audience so that you hear what the teacher says, you learn from what other students do, and you can have the opportunity to perform. And then you can work out some issues that you can't work out in a private studio, where you need the energy of an audience to feed your knowledge about a particular song or a particular issue. The most important thing I think a voice teacher should be is supportive and excited about you and your voice. If your teacher doesn't think much of you, you're not going to do very well. If your teacher constantly is negative about you and your potential, you're not going to do very well. You need to go to someone that thinks that you can do something. And you might have a host of problems, but your teacher needs to be able to see the potential in your voice. They need to see something. They need to see some kind of spark. And if your teacher doesn't see that, you need to find another teacher. I've had 3 voice coaches since college, and I didn't leave those coaches because they weren't any good. I just ended up moving. So the coach I have now lives, 20 minutes from me, and she's excellent. She's fun. She's just as silly as I am, but she works just as hard as I do. And right now she works even harder than I do, because I really don't have that much strength right now. Because my son is only 5 months old, and so tending to a newborn is exhausting work. Okay, so get in there, get studying.